Hello YouTube, Luigi here. I have another watch for you to look at, another watch to share with you. This to date is the biggest watch I own in terms of case diameter. This is the INVICTA 22529 Aviator Analog. 44 millimeter case diameter, 10.5 millimeters thick, 51 millimeter lug to lug. I've been told I should have shown you the back of the case on my last video. So glare aside, that's what it looks like. The INVICTA Aviator. You can see the rivets here on this green leather strap, which I really like. I prefer straps to bracelets. It has a push crown. It has a quartz movement. It's rated water resistant to 100 meters. It has a 22 millimeter strap. The crystal, I just learned this, is flame fusion crystal, which is apparently a step up from even sapphire or mineral. It's a combination of both of them, the way I understand it. I like the belt, the strap. The clasp, or the tang, is signed INVICTA, which I probably have upside down here. Well, it's upside down now. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, so I'm on the tail end of the notches on this particular strap. The case is stainless steel. The face, or the dial, is blackened stainless steel. You'll notice it has, maybe you can't see, it has skeletonized hands, and only the tips have the loom on them, on the hands. The seconds are measured in a separate little inset dial with a red needle, red hand. Let's talk about the loom here for a minute. The loom on the hands is quite bright when you charge it up and turn off the lights. And it glows a green. The loom on the numerals is much fainter, and it glows a sort of yellowish. So I know there's different types of loom. I was surprised to see them mixed up on the same dial. Okay. The minutes are marked off in tens on the chapter ring with really small numbers. There's no calendar here. There's no day-date function whatsoever. And it has two screw heads that you can see near the second dial, sort of giving it a steampunk kind of look. I really like the numerals. They're big, they're bold, the indices are bold. This is the kind of watch that you look at it, you can read the time at a glance. You don't have to filter through a lot of, chronograph type stuff. It's just really, really easy to do. Now why did I get this watch? Well, I got it because it wasn't afraid to use color. We got green on the band, we got red and orange and black, and I like that. I like that there's something distinctively unique about this. And I want to talk about, if I buy more and get, sucked into this collecting thing, and it appears it might be too late already, this is what you can expect from me. This is not, number one, it's not an expensive knife. Don't look for high-end knives on this channel. It's just way beyond me. I paid $44 for this, and I think it's a heck of a lot of watch for $44. But what you can expect is not expensive watches, and something that is distinctively unique in terms of its appearance. For example, this is a Seiko magnesium quartz, charcoal gray face, titanium case, bezel, and bracelet. It's a really good looking watch. However, there's a lot of watches out there that look very similar to this. This is a Casio Blueface Edifice. the inexpensive version of the Lineage or the Oceanus, a much smaller case. It's a good-looking watch, again, but there's a lot of blue-face watches that look similar to this. So where I'm trying to steer the collection is in watches like this one that are distinctively unique in some way. And I think this lives up to that. I love the big, bold numerals. I like the color, the red on the dial, on the seconds dial hand, and the green. This is really a fine leather. I don't know if you can see it, but it says genuine calf leather. And on this side it says INVICTA. So good branding on the underside where no one can see it. I'm pleased with it. Now it's big for me. I mean, you know, for my collections. Not big for my hand. Almost everybody, 90% of people wear their watch on the top of their wrist like this. I, however, like 10% of the population, wear it upside down on the underside of my wrist. Why do I do that? Well, you know, there it is, upside down. My father did that, and I did that because he did that. And my very first watch when I was 7 years old for my first Holy Communion was a little Timex boy's watch, and I wore it upside down because I saw my father wear it upside down. Now, 10% of the population does this, and when someone does wear it upside down, it jumps out at me. I notice it right away. Dr. Reed, Spencer Reed on Criminal Minds, I believe if you look closely, he wears his watch upside down. There's a YouTuber whose channel is The Shooting Guy, TSG. He wears his upside down, and I wrote him a note regarding that I noticed that, and he explained to me, I didn't know this, but I've seen it in war movies, so I know it's true. He explained to me that the World War II bomber pilots wore their watches upside down so they could see the time without taking their hands off the yoke. And sure enough, I'm watching some vintage black and white World War II movie and they're in a bomber, and the captain of the ship has his watch on upside down. So there's a little bit of anecdotal history there about wearing your watch in a different position. I do it all the time. And I find even as big as this is, and it's not huge, you know, it's 44, it wears well, especially in the upside down position. All right, everybody, that's it. The INVICTA Aviator 22529er analog. God bless you. I love you all. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.